Alright. Sound check in 3, 2, 1. One way to check the sound. Hello, everybody. Welcome. And yes, as you can tell by the title, this is the beginning of something brand new I'm starting to venture off with a few friends of mine. I'm not even going to take the thing away from y'all. You go ahead and introduce yourselves. Oof. We let the
Go ahead, Matt.
we let the frontline hero go first.
Oh, what are we doing?
Introducing yourself a little bit here. Can I give the viewers an idea who you are?
Hey, what's going on, guys? My name's Matt. I'm also known as BOB, forwards and backwards. I've been with the server for almost a year now. I'm the superintendent of the state police, and I kind of wear a bunch of other hats as well.
Yeah, I think we all do though.
Yes, we do.
Oh yeah.
That's what makes it interesting.
Alright. And we also have our usual troublemaker here. Introduce yourself as well, man.
Okay, my name is Rogers, the usual troublemaker.
Oh, yeah. Alrighty. So this is going to just be literally that. This is literally the beginning of a whole new journey. I'm going to be focusing a lot of this on basically where we started and how we got to where we are now. I mean...
Yeah, lots of interesting stories about that.
Oh, yeah.
Uh,
And there's a hell of a story based around this.
Jeff, you want to go first?
Might as well. Well, yesterday actually makes 10 years since I started 5M.
Wow.
Jeez.
10 years, dude. That's when you say it like that. I didn't know 5M was 10 years old.
I started back
Actually,
in
no,
like...
that does make sense. Yeah.
I
It's been
started
around
back
for
in,
a
I
while.
think it was 2016. Mid 2016,
Yeah.
somewhere around there. I was still in high school at the time.
That's crazy.
And I'm 26 now, to give you all an idea, alright, all you viewers out there. I am 26 now. That's how long it's been. And
That's crazy.
as you can see with this,
You started when you were 16?
put this in the camera so it could be seen.
National Express. I can't read that much.
It's
Yeah.
a bit screwy to try and get this thing in frame, but there's a hell of a story with this.
Yep.
And to give you an idea, I've been in the bus industry now for about 7 years. I started when I was right after I got out of high school. I was around 3 months after I graduated, so I was 19 or something around there at the time. And since then, things have been crazy. This here is an award I had gotten, as you can see, March 3rd, 2022. And this still sticks to me to this day. Don't think I'll ever be able to
That's
forget
awesome.
about this.
That's awesome, dude.
And the story behind that's interesting. Because I used to be on the company I work for a school bus company, and we focus exactly that, on doing school routes and stuff like that. And that was when one of my middle schoolers, I was on a sped route at the time, and one of my middle schoolers was going into a pretty serious seizure. I found out a little later on, about 3 weeks after this, that apparently this kid was prone to chronic seizures. They just happened out of the blue. You could flinch wrong, next thing you know, there she is on the floor. And fortunately, it was one of those days. She had already gotten on the bus. She was... I guess someone else wants to be part of it too.
Yep. Yep. They gotta have their input. Yep.
And this was before we had gotten her, by the way. And
So walk us through that, Jeff. So you're sitting there on the bus, right? You're middle of the route, and all of a sudden this student started having a seizure.
Well, I started noticing signs that were a little bit frightening. She was already starting to slur her speech and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that. She was already sluggish when she got on the bus. I thought it was
Oh
probably
wow.
because she had woken up. She probably
Yeah.
just woken up. That was my thought, and that was my driver's thought at the time as well.
It's
That's
pretty amazing how people can exhibit signs so far ahead.
yeah,
But you look back on it and you go, oh yeah, that makes sense now.
right. And that's the terrifying part about it. You never expect it to happen until there it is.
Yeah.
And it was one of those days. We were on Brunswick and Congress about to pick up our second stop. When I walked past her, I noticed she wasn't looking too good. The moment she mentioned that she had a headache, which was right around here,
Yeah.
I gave my driver a heads up. The driver immediately pulled over, and right when we pulled over, it happened. Now,
Was it Grand Mall or was it?
huh?
But was it focal or a Grand Mall?
What do you mean?
Like was it like a full on seizure or was she just like
It was,
absent or?
well, her eyes started to roll into her head, like just literally,
Okay, so it was Grand
and then
Mall.
she
Gotcha.
practically just flopped.
Yeah.
One thing I have noticed is apparently it's happened enough where she knows to stick her thumb in her mouth, which will keep her from swallowing her tongue.
Interesting.
Which goes to show that this happens more often than me and the driver both thought at the time.
Uh-huh.
Which
Wait,
also
you can
brought,
actually swallow your tongue if you have seizures?
yes, you can. This is from what I've learned. Someone here with medical experience can also tell you that.
Yeah, especially if you're epileptic, if you're actually diagnosed with a disorder. Um, that's why, like, even like the little seizures, like the eye twitches, um,
Right.
are considered seizures, and it's so important to see a neurologist. If you're, and like seizures can be anything, everything from the whole body's flailing, eyes in the back of their head, to they're talking to you 1 minute and then the next thing their eye will twitch or something and they're just not there for a minute or two.
Right.
It all depends on the seizure and the moment, but and thankfully in the field we have medications to treat that.
Right.
If a patient's suffering from multiple seizures like that, but that's why it's so important to
Right.
activate
And
your emergency EAP and call for help and know your protocols.
yeah, our protocol was basically stabilize the child, get her back home. That's what the policy was.
Yeah.
When they told us that, I went on the radio and I said flat out, with all due respect, that's a bad idea. She could be dead by the time we get there. I am calling an ambulance.
Oh, really? Yeah, good for you.
And I think that's what got me this.
Well, Jeff, at that point, you're totally right. That's out of your scope of practice. At that point, driving her home might not have done anything. You were absolutely right to keep her in the same place, let the seizure run its course, but also get medical started.
Right.
So yeah, well done, absolutely.
And this happened back in March 3rd of 2022. It's been
Crazy how long it's been already.
3 years now?
I remember when COVID was just peeking its head through the door in 2020.
Mm-hmm. When it hit, I was not even eligible for unemployment. I had just started working at Bernie at the time.
Yeah.
So once that shit started, I'm like, well, fuck, now I'm screwed.
It's funny. I'd flown down to see my family on vacation, and on the flight home, I'm reading up on the articles. Like COVID's becoming a big thing, and I'm sitting there on the plane, and I'm like, this is getting pretty serious,
Right.
and I'm reading more about it, and then not even 2 days later is when they shut everything down.
Yep. I myself have gotten it twice. Both times it
I've had it.
fucked me up.
I've had COVID 3 times.
And it's
Each
not.
time got worse too, man,
Oh yeah.
because of the lingering effects from the first time. And not only that, but like so many people are having like the respiratory issues
Mhm.
are exponentially doubled when they've had COVID.
Mhm.
And I'm somebody that's prone to getting respiratory, sickness and things like that. Like I get
Right.
pneumonia and things like that a lot. And I'll tell you what, dude, I got pneumonia that put me in the hospital a couple days. And I mean, just walking home, walking up my flight of stairs, I had to sit down at the top of the stairs
Mhm.
because I just had no energy. And it's just, like people just don't realize how much it really takes out of you.
Oh yeah. My entire family had it at one point, and then a day later, I ended up getting it, and it tore me apart. I had to take
Yeah.
time off from work, and I remember going in after I finally tested positive, and when they gave me my separation sheet, every single day that was listed was the day I had taken off, when either my
Mhm.
parents first got COVID and I was taking care of them, to when I had gotten it. Trying to force me
Yeah.
to sign it, claiming it was state law.
Mhm.
I remember looking at it, looking at them, looking at the sheet. I put the pen down, slid it back over to them, like, I'll give you my badge and vest, but I'm not signing that.
Yeah.
I remember them telling me, "Oh, it's state law. We could have you arrested." Where I'm like, "Go ahead." As I'm sitting there fiddling, getting my vest off.
I'll tell you what, dude, there was so much sketchy stuff that went on.
Mhm.
And the problem was is that we had the swine flu and the bird flu, 10 years prior to that.
About
But
yeah,
like
but
it wasn't
thankfully that didn't.
anything. It wasn't anything on the scale that we had it,
Mhm.
that COVID.
Oop 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 oop. Oh. Uh. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold up. What the fuck is going on with the sound? Connection just absolutely took a dump here for a minute. Jesus. Holy shit.
People were.
There we are. There we go. Now it's working. What the fuck was that? Connection just absolutely took a shit on itself.
Or there,
DJ318 left.
Oh crap, there he goes.
DJ318 joined.
Yeah, something's definitely wrong.
DJ318 left.
There it goes.
My computer just said 5,000 milliseconds.
Mine too.
DJ318 joined.
Mine
Sorry
just,
about that.
mine crapped out too. It said 5,900 milliseconds and just stuck there.
Oh my god. Oh shoot.
I think I
Anyway, like I
That
was
sounds like
saying,
a
I think my computer
banjo.
just had one. Jesus.
dude, I know.
Oh my god. All I heard Matt started to sound like a banjo. It was like bang, bang, bang.
Yeah. So as I was saying, COVID, dude, like it spread so rapidly that there was just no time to plan. It was just kind of catch up, react, and so much bad stuff got swept under the rugs, man. It was
Oh
awful.
my god. I think even now, it's like people are still finding more, uncovering more and more shit that came up during that.
Oh yeah.
It's fucking incredible. Because,
And I think COVID was around longer than we kind of knew about it because
right,
COVID kind of it was kind of announced in like February, March. I
about,
had I had friends that got sick in January that like got like COVID sick. that were experiencing the same symptoms, and the doctors had no idea what it was. I think COVID was around before they announced it.
They just
And
weren't able to put two and
I
two together
think
at the time.
we realized it was leaked, or not, excuse me, leaked. It got out from that Chinese lab. They were trying to contain it, and they didn't say anything at first, and everything just
There it
kind of
goes
blew
all
up.
over the goddamn world in
Exactly.
3 weeks or less.
Hmm.
It's just, it was like Raccoon City levels of fucking quick. And even now I'm thinking about it, it's like, how the fuck did we not notice it was that bad so fast?
I mean, that's what pandemics do, man. I
Oh yeah.
mean, we, you plan and prepare for stuff like that, but it just, when it spreads like wildfire, I mean, there were people, like, I went on deployments in New York City. I
Mhm.
got deployed with FEMA for 2 months. There were people you know, there were people dying so quickly that, they had no place to put the remains, and they were putting them in, they brought in like 18 wheelers, and
Refrigeration
they would,
trucks.
exactly, and they would just stack bodies, and people had 24, families had 24 hours to claim remains, or they would be dumped in a mass grave. And there's still mass graves down there.
Mhm. People are still
From
uncovering them,
Yeah,
and it's like,
and it's
even
not
now I'm
right.
thinking about it, it's like, what the and then you've
Yeah.
got the fucking numbskulls higher up that were like, let's just put them in with nursing homes.
Oh, don't even get me started with Cuomo and all that, dude.
Why?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
that some bitch killed I don't know how many people like that.
Mm.
And it was like, oh, we
Rob,
had to
what do you
do it.
think?
No. Well, you didn't have to do it. You just wanted to.
Let's get on happier topics. The server. Um, Jeff, how long you been around on the server now?
Good question. I know it's damn near a year. I have to check when on the roster.
So, fun fact for you: I've actually been in the Discord server since 2022. I just never really did anything with the community until last year.
Same here. Alright, it doesn't say anything on the roster. Maybe it'll say something on here. Blood.
Yeah, it won't say anything on the roster because you transferred, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So it's a mistake.
It should say something somewhere. There you go. Yeah, July 16th, 2023 was when I first joined.
Oh.
It's crazy. If I hadn't transferred, I would have hit 1 year in NYSP.
So, what did you start in? State Police?
I started in sheriff's office at the time. And just kept. I was quickly working my way up faster than I could actually keep up. And that was back when Roberts was still around.
Yeah, I remember that.
And once him and the rest of the team got shit canned, that's when shit fell apart. I had put in
Yeah.
an LTA exam at the time almost a month prior, and it never got looked at. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm getting out of here.
It's funny how many people have come and go just in the time that I've been around. I've been around for almost, it'll be a year and
Right.
I think it's a year this week or so. I'm not sure, but um, it's crazy because I just I'd finally broke down, got a system capable of playing 5M decently,
There you go.
and Weston did my training, and I joined the state police when it was kind of a reorganization phase, if that makes sense. So
Basically
I didn't really,
rebuilding it to where it was better suited.
yeah. So like I progressed very quickly, and I based that solely on the fact that there wasn't really much of anybody ahead of me, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't ask for promotions. It just kind of, happened. You know, eventually I made it, I progressed through the enlisted pretty quick. And then once I reached officer, I sat at lieutenant for about 4 months, and then moved up to captain. And then once I got captain, I moved up to major. And I think I was at major for
You moved up to major quick.
maybe a month, and then the lieutenant colonel for a week, and then the colonel.
Yep. I mean, you got it quick. You shot up faster than I did.
Yeah, I know. Because I remember
Shit.
I got major right around Christmas time because I kept singing on the 12th day of Christmas. My colonel gave to me a promotion to the rank of major. I kept singing that to Weston. He thought it was hilarious. But yeah, no, I tell my command guys, and Jeff, when you were still there, I want people to be able to kind of settle into their ranks before they move
Right.
up and enjoy it, because I love being the department head, but one of the things I miss is just being able to randomly just get on and play, and
Right. And
you don't have that freedom, if that makes sense.
Oh,
Like you
no,
do,
because
but
a lot of problems will come up almost immediately
Yeah.
if you're not
Yeah.
on top of everything.
yeah,
I've noticed.
exactly.
I mean, I've been in 5M
Yeah.
now 10 years, and a lot of the time I was running departments, and that's exactly what it was. I would take time off, or especially when I first got COVID, I was department head at the time. I had to take time away. I couldn't even find an assistant head for it yet, and I was just so weak
Yeah.
I couldn't even get on. And around that time, half of my supervisor and command team that I had was just running rampant doing stupid shit. By the time I
Yeah,
got
you
back
know-
from it, I ended up having to restructure my whole department.
Yeah. I think, now that state police has been rebuilt and we're at a really good spot, I think, especially with my work schedule, it's hard. Like I only have 2 days off a week, and I'm active on the Discord and everything during, throughout the week, but I'm not able to like be
You're not
physically
able
in
to
the
get
game.
on because
Yeah.
you can't exactly do that from
Yeah.
what you have to do.
So,
I'm not gonna just put out there what your line
no,
of
it's
work
all
is
right.
unless
So,
it's something
for those of you guys listening, I'm a 911 dispatcher. So I dispatch for state police, sheriff's office. My county also dispatches park police, NCON. We dispatch, oh boy, probation. I mean, everybody law enforcement wise.
Jesus.
We also dispatch fire and EMS. So we've got 30 different fire departments, 29 emergency squads, and 29 ambulances.
God damn.
Yeah, so I mean it's busy, man. But the days that I'm off, I try to get things done that I wasn't able to do throughout the week, but also make sure that my evenings are free for RP and stuff. But time management is something definitely that I have to take into consideration.
Oh yeah.
There are weeks, as of late that I've just said, hey, haven't seen my family. I've got to, the last 6 months I lost 3 grandparents, so
Jesus.
I've been taking time and spending my free time with the only grandma that I have left.
Yeah, I mean, I lost my grandmother a few years ago, which caused me to have to move because the bank
Yeah.
was literally basically vultures. They were waiting. My
Oh, I know,
grandmother
man.
wasn't even fucking cold yet. They were immediately starting to try and take the house. It's like, all right,
Yeah.
fuck this. We need to get out of here soon.
I was like 2 days late on my credit card payment a couple months ago, just because I was waiting for my paycheck to come through. And they were calling me like every 4 hours. Or a reminder for a payment, reminder. I finally blocked the number. I was like, this is harassment.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, dude,
I'm the type of guy. After
vultures.
a amount of time, I get a call. I'm like, you know what? Here's your payment. Click.
Yeah.
Fucking give it an ear full of ass at that point. I'm that type of person. I don't give a fuck anymore.
Yeah. Uh, what's been some of your memorable experiences on the server?
Shit. There's a lot of them. I still remember when I first was brought up to captain. I didn't expect it. It just suddenly came up and like,
Oh, is that when we brought you into my office and made you think we were going to reprimand you, and then we promoted you?
yeah, next thing you know, it just slides over the captain pins. I'm like,
Yeah, it's funny. We're like Lieutenant Stevens. You know why you're here? And he's like, no. And we're like, yeah, we got something really serious to address with you. And he's like, what? And we're like, you're out of uniform, sir. Your uniform is incorrect, not befitting of your present rank. And he's like, what do you mean? And Lucas slides the captain bars over to him, and he's like, wait, what? And we're like, just kidding. You're promoted.
the moment he did that, I'll admit I made a shit a little. I basically turned into a goddamn turtle the moment I heard I need to see it. It's like,
Yeah, dude. I know. Howard did that to me when I was brand new and at like a trooper first class. No, maybe I was a corporal. I don't remember. I'd been in the server for only a couple weeks, and Howard called my call sign. He's like, I need to speak to you in my office at the station. I was like shitting bricks the entire way over there. Like, oh shit, what do I do now, you know?
mm-hmm.
And he brought me in. He's like, "Hey, man, I just want to tell you you're doing a great job." And I was like, "Oh, wow."
I need new pants now, thanks.
Yeah, that's gonna itch when it dries. Thanks.
Shit.
Crazy.
A lot of things I could say too, especially even before I got into 5M mostly. I was a Discord dispatcher.
Yeah.
I had at that time, before I got this flaming hot pile of crap right here. And for those of you might be watching right now, curious what I got in this thing. 1650,
Oh yeah,
3600, and 32 gigs of RAM. It's a goddamn dinosaur on.
Yeah, but what
tracks.
brand?
It's Enerman.
AMD build.
No, it's Nvidia mostly.
I think I've got a
Mine's AMD.
Porsche RTX 4550.
And well, you do things on your laptop, right? If I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Right.
I'll tell you what, dude. I love it. Don't get me wrong. I love towers, but they have come so far in the gaming laptop world, and it's so nice. It's so nice. It's portable. I can take it wherever I go. Like, it's so nice.
Oh yeah. I remember too when I first got this computer. It was right at the height of the GPU shortage, so things were already expensive. At the
Yeah.
time, this was $800
Mhm.
with a Ryzen 3 1200 and a 1650 and 8 gigs of RAM. I even still
Dude,
have
my
that
first like PC tower that I bought myself was a hyper powered PC.
thing. Not the best, but not the worst.
Yeah.
Literally,
Yeah, it was
this
good
was
for
the stick of RAM
entry
it
level
had.
and just
This
stuff.
little
And
measly bastard.
workhorse right there, buddy.
Fucking 8 gigs, that's all I had.
Can't even run a toaster oven on 8 gigs anymore.
Now it's got 216 gigs. HyperX, I think they're called.
That's what I had that problem too. I was popcorning constantly. I think you remember that.
I do. I re-rendered you twice.
Yeah, and then I finally upgraded my RAM and my memory.
Next thing you know, pop, slap. Sorry. Yep. Look at that.
Sorry.
Sorry, can I put my car up your ass a little bit? You might be spitting out a bumper later. Next thing you know.
Listen, if you're spitting up bumper later, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's HyperX. I still have the thing from it.
Nice.
Yep, it was a 16 gig, 2133.
Yeah.
I just about broke my goddamn monitor right there, tossed it on the desk. Jesus. And since then, I've been trying to venture into a lot of other shit too. As you probably noticed, I've been doing a lot like gaming streams and stuff like that. Ask Rogers, we've been doing just pure brain rot streams.
Get your head in the game, Rogers.
Wake up!
He's looking at TikTok.
TikTok, dude, we're making a podcast.
Wake up, you son of a bitch! Just fucking slap him upside the head. He's sitting there crouching in the corner, rubbing his cheek. But yeah, Ask Rogers, we've been doing a lot of gaming streams. And I'm surprised half of them didn't get me flagged because I've made some interesting jokes. And basically a lot of the time we're playing games like Headliners. I don't know if you've heard of that one. It's interesting. It's fun.
Play Schedule 1.
That's a good game too. We were just playing that for a little bit, which reminds me, another episode coming soon, y'all. Lost my train of thought.
Streaming.
Right. There's another thing as well that, I mean, before I even started in Sony, I still remember a couple of my very first servers I was ever in.
Yeah.
I remember at the time when I was in a couple of servers ran by Gmod creators at the time. These were guys that were making vehicle packs on using Photon on Gary's Mod at the time. That was like top of the line shit back then.
Yeah.
There was one server I used to be in quite a bit, and I miss that server now, honestly, called Central Roleplay Gaming. Literally everything in that server was custom. They claim to be New York, but New York doesn't have all blue. Who said that? Oh, give me that look, Mitt Mitt. My cat's looking at me like, you are fucking crazy today. What? Really? You don't say. Well, thank you.
Hey, I'm actually getting a call. I gotta run, dude.
Ah, crap. All right. Be careful
All right,
out
so
there.
sorry. Yeah, it's been fun. We'll do it again.
No problem, man. Be careful out there.
All
Stay
right.
safe.
Thanks. See you guys.
See you, buddy.
2J318 left.
Alrighty.
Cordona, where's Cordona? We need la Cordona.
Uh-huh. Well,
Not done.
with that in mind, y'all, this is basically what we're going to be doing. This was a good 40-minute one, so, I mean, yes, it's shorter compared to other podcasts, but, shut up, phone. This is basically what we'll be doing. We'll be sitting around for a little bit, maybe playing a game or something while we're talking. We're always doing this, just sitting at the... Son of a bitch. We'll just be sitting right here, having fun, being stupid. This is quick, I know. It was a few minutes, but about 40 minutes. That's not too bad. I've seen podcasts go a lot shorter than that. And, I appreciate you guys for...
I'm gonna take a piss.
Alright. While you do that, I'm gonna finish this up and we'll start up the episode 2. Might as well start episode 2 now, right?
Mm-hmm. It.
With that in mind here, let's get schedule 1 opened up here. Get that ready to go. And then I'm gonna end this one here and I'll boot up a second stream. As you heard that, right, guys? And I appreciate y'all for just the support in general. It's insane. I was not expecting this much support over the time I've done this. I think I'm approaching 10 years on YouTube even. I have to double check. I think I'm over 10 years. Oh, fuck me. I am over 10 years. 11 years.
But he really miscounted.
Oh, and also, before I go, guess what time it is?
What?
Sponsor time.
Ah, ha ha ha.
And that is
You
right,
left
you
me
son
down bitch.
bitches out there. I have scored a sponsor. Right here is the code. Blake25. Go to w.gg. I will put this link into the description below, and I'll also slap it into the comments. Actually, I'll do that right now. Shit. Fuck. There we go. Copy a link. And this will, not only do you guys end up getting yourself some good ow, claws. Damn cat. Not only will you guys be supporting this company, which makes some interesting stuff here, you will be supporting me. Shut up.
Hold on, let me find one. Let me find one, and I'll tell them what's one of them.
Alrighty.
I got a funny one. Yeah, with this one. Let me find it. Let me find it. I had it earlier.
There's some funny.
Grandpa's ginger water.
They have some funny ones on there too, y'all. There's also this whole supporter pack that they have there, which I'm gonna be getting next payday.
$50.
I mean, I've got
Oh,
I have a very special discount. Thanks to being a sponsor, because of them being my sponsor. So, something
Galaxy
like
grenade.
that. FBI, that's a goddamn drink mix. That's not an actual grenade. Don't even.
Yeah, they're gonna fucking raid your ass. Galaxy grenade.
Motherfucker said grenade? Well, shit.
Grid strike solo leveling. Look.
There's like a 5-tub bundle for $150. It's actually pretty. That's honestly reasonable. There's a energy drink tubs, Cali O cream, purple dub sauce.
I think.
All of these are 5-star rated. Every single one of these have 5-star reviews.
More's on some good. And they're all caffeinated. So they do have non-caffeinated.
Ooh, they have Dubby energy drink cans as well.
What do you mean that? Like soda cans?
Yep, just regular cans. Oh, it's a 12 count.
Yeah.
For $33.
I'll be back real quick.
Alrighty. And for $33, you can't go wrong with that. I'm gonna move this over here so you guys can see this shit. Oh, fuck, it's sold out. And that's the one thing, too. They sell quick. These things are insane. S'mores, content creator pack, Tiger's Blood, which is insane. Founders Picks bundle, which is 4 of those. I mean, you really can't go wrong with stuff like this. So I would say, give these guys a try. See, you might like it. There's creator collabs on here as well. Oh my lord, there's a lot of good ones too. Jesus. There's a lot of good stuff on here. God damn, look at all that. They got shirts and hats as well. Jesus. Even a fucking bag? God damn. There's a lot of good ones here, man. Give these guys a check. Try them out. Like I said, use Blake 25. You will get 10% off. And I will also get a small kickback because of it. And by doing that, you help me. You help these people continue to make more energy drinks for the content creators out there, for those looking to try and stay awake. Because trust me, it's not easy. Thank you guys so much for everything you do for me. Thank you guys for the support. As you probably saw, that is insane. 230 subscribers. I never thought I would reach that in the 10 years I've been doing this. You motherfuckers are fucking incredible. I love you all. Thank you so much. I appreciate everything. There will be more episodes like this very soon. We will have more people on here. Thank you guys so much for watching. And if you enjoyed, hit that fucking subscribe button. Let me know that you like this stuff. And I will see you all very soon.